We broke down Julian Edelman's week 1 performance. Now it's time to talk about the other 2 receivers who got more snaps than him in week 1 ahead of the week 2 matchup with the Seahawks. I'm Sarah Goodwill here with Evan Lazar outside of a windy Gillette Stadium. Just had eyes on the Patriots practice, second to last before they fly out west. Let's talk about NKeal Harry, because Cam Newton in his press conference with the media on Wednesday really went on and on about how he's trying to get NKeal under his wing and get him to be the best player he could possibly be. What do you think that says about Harry's potential, especially with Cam Newton putting in all that effort?
Well, I think it's great to see, and it's certainly in stark contrast to what we saw with Tom Brady here last year with NKeal Harry. I don't think Tom Brady ever kind of came out and defended NKeal Harry quite as much as Cam did yesterday after what was a fumble that rightfully so was a mistake that can't happen. So I think it was great to see the quarterback, the leadership from Cam Newton there, go out and say, hey, this guy is doing all the right things. We have seen improvements. We have seen him growing and maturing. And I think the one thing that Cam sort of related to NKeal with is that Cam was obviously a number 1 overall pick, not as high as for NKeal, but he was a first round pick, and Cam understands the pressures of being a first round pick and what that means for what you know everybody on the outside is expecting of you from your career and of your even early on in your career in your second season. So I think Cam understands where NKeal is walking right now and realizes that he has made improvements. He has shown some things in that game on Sunday, contested catches, as Cam pointed out, some opportunities to run after the catch as well, created by Josh McDaniels. And there's little baby steps, like I've been saying, of improvements from NKeal Harry. We're just kind of waiting for that big breakout moment.
Well, let's shift focus now to Damiere Byrd, because he played the most snaps out of any wide receiver in week 1, but he wasn't targeted even once. So was it an issue with him not being able to get open, or can we expect that to change moving forward?
Well, I think the biggest thing is with Damiere Byrd is that you have to realize that he's a deep threat receiver. So he's not going to separate on 10 different routes in a game and be that possession type of guy. So 2 to 3 plays down the field to Damiere Byrd is a good day for him, right? You hit 160-yard bomb for a touchdown, and that goes a long way. So there's a couple instances, 2 instances in particular that I put up on my Twitter, where Damiere Byrd did separate over the top deep. One play was out of a bunch formation. Julian Edelman got doubled by the safety over the top, and it left Damiere Byrd on a post route with no inside help for the corner. And he really did win over the top and was wide open. But unfortunately, there was that wacky play where Cam kind of slipped in the pocket and he fell down. So one of those instances where, the quarterback wasn't able to deliver the throw, but I'm sure that Cam and Damiere Byrd both realized, or Damiere Byrd, excuse me, I keep saying it wrong, both realized that we can come back to that one and dial it up again in the future and hopefully hit it for a touchdown. So those types of plays that you see out there, that not necessarily the receiver's fault, right? The protection breaks down, the quarterback doesn't see him, whatever the case may be. A couple of instances there for Damiere Byrd, and I think they'll come back to him here on Sunday against the Seahawks.
Well, for all of our Patriots coverage leading up to that game, you can find it on our website at CLNS and as always on our YouTube channel at Patriots Press Pass.